Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into Thailand's B2B MarTech transformation. Our mission for you today is really to unpack the sources you've shared with us and pull out the key insights, the really important stuff about how B2B companies in Thailand are changing things up, modernizing their marketing and sales.
Absolutely. And what we're really seeing, quite a profound shift, I'd say. Thai businesses, they're definitely moving away from that traditional reliance on face-to-face stuff.
Right, the networking events, the big trade shows.
Exactly. Trade events, even cold calls. And this acceleration towards digital ways of generating leads, well, it's been significantly pushed by things like COVID-19, obviously.
Yeah, that forced a huge pivot for so many.
It really did. And also just a general change in how buyers behave. That was happening anyway, but COVID definitely sped it up.
And it's interesting, it's not just, one or two tools appearing. We're talking about a really broad spectrum of MarTech solutions being adopted.
That's right.
Things like strategic MarTech plans, sort of like blueprints, right? Tailored plans for using tech to hit marketing goals.
Blueprints, exactly. And also these custom approaches, sometimes called MarTech for Thai, basically adapting global tools and strategies for the specific Thai market, its digital habits, cultural nuances.
Which makes sense. And within that, you see these widely used platforms like HubSpot CRM.
Yeah, HubSpot's a big one. And it's more than just, a place to keep contacts.
Right. It often bundles things like business starter tools for smaller businesses, connects to the HubSpot marketplace for add-ons.
And even HubSpot accounting integrations. So you can link up sales and finance, get that unified view. Very powerful.
And then there's a local giant, Line CRM. I mean, Line is just huge in Thailand.
Oh, absolutely massive.
Yeah.
And they're leveraging that. It's not just messaging anymore.
No, you've got features like Line Beacon for location-based messages, a loyalty hub, even call center integration.
It's turning a chat app into a proper sales and service tool. And underlying all this, you've got broader infrastructure too, like content hubs for CMS, Google Cloud, Google Workspace.
So who's actually doing this transforming? Is it specific sectors?
It's pretty diverse, actually. We're seeing it clearly in healthcare and wellness, banking, financial services, definitely education.
Automotive e-commerce, too, I imagine.
Yep, automotive e-commerce, the startup scene is buzzing with it.
Yeah.
Plus general B2B, even some consumer product companies adopting these B2B techniques.
And there are services built around this, too, like support packages.
Yeah, things like essential transformation or accelerate transformation packages, plus specific HubSpot training and HubSpot support to help companies actually use the tools effectively.
It really is fascinating how a crisis like COVID can just, boom, accelerate underlying trends. Let's unpack that core shift a bit more. So historically, Thai B2B, it really was about those personal connections, wasn't it? Networking, trade shows, lots of cold calling.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That face-to-face model, it was deeply ingrained. But like you said, the world changed.
COVID hit and buyer behavior was already shifting anyway, people expecting info online instantly.
Exactly. And that combination really kicked the move to digital into high gear. So now you see tools like HubSpot CRM, Salesforce Sales Cloud, even local players like ReadyPlanet really gaining traction.
And what's really changing the game, I think, is how these platforms let companies build structured digital funnels.
Yes. No more scattered spreadsheets or lost Post-it notes, hopefully.
Right. You get systematic lead tracking. You can automate email nurturing, integrate everything.
It lets businesses capture those inbound leads in a much more organized, repeatable way.
And that figure you mentioned earlier is striking.
Ah, the investment plans, yes.
Over 60% of businesses in Thailand planning to expand their CRM investments by 2025.
It's a huge signal, isn't it? It shows a real commitment. It tells you that lead nurturing is becoming seriously tech-powered, moving away from guesswork towards, data-driven precision.
Wow, okay. So over 60%. That's real confidence. But as companies make this digital shift, the next step isn't just getting leads, it's focusing on the best leads, right?
Precisely. Which leads us nicely into account-based marketing, or ABM.
ABM, globally recognized, but you're saying its adoption in Thailand is still, maybe, emerging.
It's still evolving, yeah. But the interesting thing is, the early adopters, they're being very strategic about it.
How so?
Well, they're really focusing their marketing and sales firepower on a select group of high-value accounts. tailoring the messaging specifically for the key decision makers within those companies.
So quality over quantity, especially for bigger, complex deals.
Exactly. And platforms like HubSpot are making this pretty sophisticated approach more accessible now. They have specific ABM modules.
Right, tools to help identify and prioritize those high-value targets.
Yes, and to align sales and marketing teams, which is crucial for ABM. Plus, personalized messaging for the account, track engagement across different channels, email, ads, LinkedIn, even line.
It sounds like orchestrating a really targeted campaign.
It is. And you ask why it's so relevant for certain Thai businesses like exporters, manufacturers, professional services.
Yeah, why them specifically?
Well, think about their sales cycles. They're often very long, very relationship-driven. ABM is perfect for bridging that gap between just making someone aware and actually closing the deal. It focuses resources efficiently, but still allows for that personal touch, just scaled up.
Okay, that makes sense. And speaking of efficiency and focus, let's talk about lead scoring. That's evolving too, isn't it? It's not just manual points anymore.
Oh, far beyond that. Now it's really about AI and automation. That's where the predictive power is really kicking in.
Predictive intelligence. So AI scoring leads based on more than just basic demographics.
Way more. It looks at website behavior pages visited, how long they stayed, email interactions like opens and clicks, their entire history in the CRM, even buyer intent data from other sources.
Wow. Things a human analyst might miss.
Absolutely. It's about uncovering complex patterns. So you have tools, HubSpot included, embedding machine learning algorithms that can actually forecast the likelihood of deal closing.
Imagine that, knowing not just who might be interested, but how likely they are to buy, and maybe even when.
Precisely. And it's not just the global players. You've got local Thai MarTech firms like Growth.ai and PayM offering their own predictive models tailored to the nuances of the Thai market.
That must be incredibly valuable, especially for B2B companies, maybe without huge marketing teams.
Definitely. AI-powered lead scoring lets them focus their limited resources laser sharp on the leads most likely to convert. It maximizes efficiency, makes every marketing bat work harder.
Okay, so we've got smarter lead generation, targeted ABM, predictive scoring. Now, how are companies actually engaging with these prospects? Let's look at social selling, particularly this dual platform thing happening in Thailand with LinkedIn and Line.
Right. It's a really interesting dynamic. Globally, LinkedIn is, the standard for B2B networking.
Yeah, thought leadership, finding prospects, building those professional relationships online, the digital handshake, as you called it.
Exactly. But then in Thailand, LineOA, the official account, becomes this incredibly important local counterpart.
Because Line is just ubiquitous there.
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
So businesses are using LineOA for direct, real-time chats, inviting people to webinars, nurturing leads. It's powerful, especially in sectors like logistics, healthcare, B2B services where people use Line constantly.
So companies aren't choosing one or the other, they're using both.
The smart ones are integrating them. They're connecting Line CRM data back into platforms like HubSpot.
Ah, so you get a unified view of the customer across both platforms.
Exactly. Unify the data, automate workflows between them, deliver personalized messages in real time, whether it's on LinkedIn or a Line chat. It's a truly omni-channel approach that respects how Thai buyers actually communicate.
And this isn't just theory, right? You mentioned we're seeing actual success stories.
Oh yeah, tangible results. These strategies are making a real difference for Thai B2B companies.
Okay, let's hear some examples. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. What about that engineering solutions firm?
Right, a B2B industrial company. By integrating HubSpot CRM and launching some focused ABM campaigns, they managed to double their sales qualified leads.
Double. In how long?
In just 6 months. And they also improved their follow-up speed by 40%. That's a massive efficiency gain.
Huge. Okay, what else?
Then there was an education and training provider. They used HubSpot to automate their entire customer journey, right from lead capture through to onboarding.
And the results?
Really impressive engagement. A 70% email open rate and a 33% increase in overall engagement. It shows automation, when done well, can actually build stronger connections, not replace them.
70% open rate is fantastic. Okay, one more.
An export service platform. They combined AI-based lead scoring with line retargeting.
So using Line to follow up with leads identified by AI is high potential.
Exactly. And that resulted in a 60% increase in their lead-to-customer conversion rate. Particularly effective, apparently, for clients they were targeting in Japan and Singapore.
Wow, 60% increase in conversion. These aren't small tweaks. These are significant business impacts.
They really are. They demonstrate the power of integrating these different MarTech tools and strategies effectively.
Now, it can't all be smooth sailing, surely. Are there challenges?
Oh, absolutely. It's important to be realistic. Big challenges remain. Finding people with the right skills for advanced MarTech is one.
The skills gap, that's common everywhere, I suppose.
It is. And integrating data smoothly across all these different platforms, that can be complex too. It's definitely a journey, not an overnight fix.
Still, even with those hurdles, the overall picture seems clear. The sources called this B2B MarTech revolution in Thailand quiet but profoundly transformative.
I think that sums it up well. It's a fundamental shift, moving away from the old manual methods towards these much more sophisticated, tech-powered strategies. It's really changing how business gets done there.
So the key takeaway for you, our listener, what should someone looking at the Thai B2B market understand?
Well, if you're a foreign investor, maybe a potential partner looking to enter Thailand's B2B space, you absolutely need to pay close attention to this shift.
Don't underestimate it.
Don't underestimate it.
Yeah.
Investing in the right tools platforms like HubSpot are clearly important, but also strategically understanding and leveraging local platforms like Line OA, that could give you a really significant competitive edge.
It's about getting that blend right, the global platforms and the unique local channels.
Exactly. It's one of Southeast Asia's most dynamic B2B environments right now, and understanding this MarTech transformation is key to navigating it successfully.
So you've just taken quite a deep dive into how Thailand's B2B scene is undergoing this quiet but really profound transformation. It's a major journey, isn't it? From traditional sales tactics, relying on face-to-face, to these sophisticated AI-driven omni-channel MarTech strategies.
It really is. Moving from spreadsheets and guesswork to predictive analytics and, crucially, leveraging unique local channels like Line, right alongside global powerhouses like HubSpot.
And that success of Line OA in the Thai B2B MarTech space, it really does underscore something important, doesn't it?
It absolutely highlights how vital it is to understand and use local communication channels properly, even ones you might not initially think of as business tools.
Which brings us to a final thought for you to consider. Beyond Thailand, think about this. What other local social platforms or maybe communication apps that aren't traditionally seen as B2B tools might actually hold similar untapped potential?
Where else could B2B marketing and sales be transformed by embracing those truly local digital habits? Something to mull over.